I'm just gonna do what she says, keep myself from going to prison, and I'll just try to keep myself alive. And like you said before, making sure that you make it out alive isn't something she's prioritizing, is it? Terry, you did it. You've hit the jackpot and provided the very thing that would encourage Isabel to finally kick Devante to the curb. Max? He's in the hospital because you lied about a night that he regretted and which you didn't want to get in trouble for. Despite your reputation, you allowed me, JJ, and others to believe that Max was the scum of the earth. Yet, this whole time you knew that he never forced himself on you at all. What? What's going on, Quinlan? My younger brother is in trouble. I'm so glad to hear that Max is awake. It's a relief. All he needs to do is recover and get the rest he needs. But something else has come to my attention. What is it, Isidore? Have you known Devante to be friends with Dr. Terry Burke? I've never known them to be friends at all. Why do you ask? I saw this picture she posted on social media, making a selfie with Devante. Hey bro, glad to see that you're awake. Max? I was hoping that seeing you would get him to cheer up. Max, come on. Are you not happy to see me? I don't want to see anyone. Not after what I've done. Not after every single one of you know what I tried to do. Is it true, Yvette? Did you lie about Max forcing himself on you? She dropped the charges against him, JJ. Why drop the charges if he was guilty? What do you have to say for yourself, Yvette? How could you play us like fools and push Max to try and take his own life? What sort of trouble is your brother in? Do you want to know why I was asking you about the Denjumas hiring teens to sell their product? Don't tell me that your brother was involved in that sort of stuff. He was dating my younger sister, for crying out loud. Does Michelle know about this? I don't know. But to answer your question, yes, Zeke is involved with selling substances. That's not even the worst part. He knows that your father is involved as well. How? Somehow, your father figured out that Zeke was selling substances. My guess is that Devante communicated with Adaku, and she was able to confirm that Zeke sells for her. Your brother works under Adaku? Does he know? For a while, Zeke only knew her as the big boss. That was until he was able to figure out that Adaku is the big boss. Hold up. How did he even find that out? Wow. Are you okay, Isabel? I'm fine. This just shows me everything I need to know. What would that be? That photo shows me that Devante is ready to move on. I just didn't think he'd be ready to move on so quickly. Maybe it's just an innocent picture. After all the years that you and Devante have been married, do you think he would be done with you just like that? I'm done with him. Besides, when I was married to him, he cheated on me with your sister, remember? And being with Devante is what led Elvira to an early grave. Max, what matters is that you're still here with us. And now that I'm still here, I'll just be seen as a quitter and a failure, since I failed to get the job done. And I'm thankful that you did fail, Max. But that doesn't make you a failure. Your mother's right. What you did or what you tried to do, it doesn't make us love you any less. Look, Max, I read the letter you left for me, for all of us. I know that you didn't want to hurt us, but losing you would have been devastating. Now, you don't have to worry about hurting any of us anymore. You're awake. Most of all, you're alive, and we're gonna make sure that you get the help you need. Most of all, remember that you're not alone in this world. I don't think you're stupid, JJ. I don't think either of you are. The both of you have been so kind to me these past few months. And you took our kindness for weakness. Yvette, if you would have only told the truth, we could have found some sort of way to help you. Instead, you decided to let this lie grow until someone actually did end up getting hurt. Trust me, Max wasn't the only one who was hurt. What do you mean? Guess who found Max the day he overdosed? Take a wild guess as to who isn't able to get the image of Max standing like a zombie and laying lifeless on the floor. No. Yep. I wasn't even sure if he was alive at that moment, Yvette. Because of you. If I hadn't found him when I did, if he didn't get the help he needed, then I probably would have walked in to see Max take his final breaths. How did you even want all of this to end? I didn't want it to end with Max losing his life. I wasn't trying to hurt anyone. You had him arrested. He was bullied online all because of your lies. Someone spray painted his car because they believed you. Now he's in the hospital and I don't even think he's woken up yet. I bet you loved every second of it, Yvette. I bet you loved the attention and the power you had. Can't believe I was dumb enough to think that you and I were actually friends. All that matters, Pacho, is that D.A. Russo found out that Zeke sold substances. Worst of all, he sold substances to Max Russo. Didn't he overdose? He did. So what? Is Zeke in prison? To avoid prison time, D.A. Russo gave Zeke no choice but to be her snitch, putting my brother into even more danger than he was before. Quinlan, why are you really calling me? What exactly do you want from me? Is there any way that you can get into the fold of your father's criminal empire and look out for Zeke? Are you nuts? Not only did your brother cheat on my sister, but I would be putting my own life at risk. Zeke knew what he was getting himself into when he got into this sort of lifestyle. Zeke is all that I have, Pacho. Then trust that he won't make the wrong move and that he stays alive. My focus is to put my father in prison and obtain Theodosius' palace. That's why I got into this partnership with you to begin with. Don't ever ask me something like that again. Goodbye. Pacho. Miss Franklin? Is there anything I can do for you, sir? My name is Jeremiah Dorval. I want to speak with you about Devontae Torres. True, your husband is an adulterer and a pervert. I really am sorry, Isabel. You don't deserve to be treated like this. I just wish that I didn't spend all these years making up for my betrayal when Devontae betrayed me as well. I've made such tough decisions just to keep the family together. I remember you mentioning something like this before. What sort of decisions did you have to make to stay married to scum like Devontae? Easy for you to say. The whole world doesn't think any of you are the scum of the earth, and everyone in the world doesn't see you as a monster. Max, things will get better. We wanted you to wait a bit, but we have good news. Yvette dropped the charges against you. Did she admit that she lied? Well, no. Then I don't see much to celebrate. As long as she doesn't clear my name, then people will still look at me as if I'm some sort of creep. People will think that I only tried to take my life just to avoid consequences and that Yvette only dropped the charges because she felt sorry for me. JJ, you are my friend. I want you to be my friend. Do you know what being a friend means? It sure doesn't mean making your friends believe your lies. Come on, JJ. Please don't walk out of my life. Or else what? You'll try to take your life too? JJ, please don't suggest that. Yvette, will you at least clear Max's name? I can't. Why not? Because if she admits that Max didn't force himself on her, then she'd be admitting that she lied to the police, which is a crime. I've heard about you. The same Jeremiah Dorval who runs that new HVAC business in town. Not really new, but the company has expanded. But again, this isn't about me. This is about Devontae Torres. What about him? I would like you to help me let the nation know how dangerous he is and the sort of damage that he's done to my family. Forget it, Isidore. What's clear is that my marriage is over. What do you plan to do now? The only option is divorce, but I still plan to divorce Devante after he's sent to prison. That way he can sign Theodosius' palace over to me so that I can secure the girl's future. We're gonna do everything we can to clear your name. Only Yvette has the ability to do that. Don't even worry about her. Worry about getting better, Max. Exactly. Keep your mind on positive things. Fight to have the will to live after all that you've been through. Is that it, Yvette? Are you so concerned about having a record? Or worse, facing jail time after you committed a crime when you were so adamant that Max committed a crime against you? You disgust me. In fact, you're more disgusting than I ever thought you were.